Yes, people, hope you're all good in the house. Obviously, we got Specs. Oh, wait, no, we don't. We got a gal, obviously, up there in the top right. You know, Monsters in the middle. Don't worry, he's there. He's breathing. And then Roms, you know, he's just, you know, he's done his best disappearing act. Oh, hello. Anyways, Roms getting a little bit chubs, isn't it? But what's it called? Other than that, yeah,
I
man.
I look like Carvalho.
Chris has got now pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mons. But yeah, man, look, we're going to be talking about Liverpool. You know, obviously this one yesterday, I didn't get my opinion across. I was knackered, fell asleep. Other than that as well, we could talk about that game and so forth, and a bit more than just the game itself. You know, Arsenal, they're happy with Arteta. It's said by Fabrizio. He said it on Court of Side. You know, he loves the club as well. And also this weird 22 million bid for this striker from Getafe. And then, yeah, Cole Palmer only wanted a loan. He didn't actually want to leave Man City, you know. So big up Joe Shields. Joe Shields hype. Anyways, we'll talk about that when Don arrives. He'll be here. Obviously, he's working, so it's a bit sticky. So just wait on him. But yeah, man, where to really start on things. Make sure you like the video, even if you're watching this back and you haven't been on the live. What if you do like it? It takes you 2 seconds as I'm talking to this now, so it'll all be, you know, all be appreciated. And then obviously Eric Dyer leaves Tottenham. Not that we really need to talk on that. Maybe we do need to talk on it. But yeah, man, Roms, what are you saying?
I'm good, man. Obviously halfway in the Carabao Cup tie, but I don't know what Monts is saying, but I weren't really convinced by yesterday's performance. Everyone's just going to say, oh, he's going to be negative again. Yeah, we won. I said it would be 2-1. I predict, Kaz, that's another prediction I got right, by the way. But I said we'll win 2-1. It'll be ugly, but we were giving them too many chances. And if Bobby Reed was a bit smarter, and even Pereira in certain areas, that game could have been completely different. But it wasn't. Nunez, in my opinion, Nunez coming on, I have to give him his credit, changed the game in my opinion, give us that new injection of life. But other than that, I weren't that convinced by that performance, man, at all. Gravenberch, I think conversation might have to stop.
Please tell me, have you seen that video of like, oh, when McAllister starts to press someone, there's that video of Gravenberch going around, like, trying to do up his best.
I'm not seeing it still.
His best in like vain moments and stuff like that.
They use it with Sabozla as well. It's a scary part. Yeah.
I don't know what it is about Grav. Like I've said, me and Mots have said it many times. Like, around that 60th minute mark, it's just that he's non-existent. He's not dribbling with the ball. He's not really doing anything. He's more of a passenger, and that's something I think we need to speak about, because I don't know if it's a fitness issue. Some people are still saying, "Oh, he had a bad injury." I mean, sorry, he's been fit for like the last 2-3 months now. Like, how long are we going to keep using that excuse for? I think Jota played very well. I rated Jota's thing yesterday. I think him and Jones, either or, it could be a toss up with them two. I think they were both our best players. But Bradley as well. Look, pre-season, I weren't convinced. I said, look, this Bradley, and I think it was McDonald Mont. We had another youngie called McDonald or something. McDonald. Let's call him McDonald, yeah. But in pre-season, I saw them and I was like, out of everyone that's debuted, I think Clark and Doak had a future. But I was like, McDonald and Bradley, nah. But Bradley was excellent yesterday. He was. I've got to give him a credit for getting forward, created a few chances. He had a good debut, but other than that, there weren't that many standout performances. We just needed to get the job done, and we did. But Craven Cottage, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, man. I do think we go through, but Fulham are a joke team, and they showed that yesterday.
You're right, that once.
Yeah, bro. I'm fucking freezing, bro. I'm freezing. Like, I feel like I should go put a coat on. Like, you know what it is? I forgot to slap the heating on, innit? I forgot to slap the heating on, and I've come downstairs here. I'm thinking, wait, why is it so cold?
Just wear more layers, man.
Yeah, bro, I'm wearing a hoodie. How am I still cold? But yeah, everything Rom said,
You know what's underrated? You know what's underrated, yeah? Nunez's ability to pick out a pass in a final third is actually bare unorthodox and bare underrated. He's better at picking out a pass in the box, yeah, like the correct one, than he is at finishing.
I know you saw it at the banner. You see the little 1-2 when he 1-2 around the play and then
he's got like 9 assists. He's got like 9 assists.
I think it's
10 assists.
10 assists. This is crazy.
18.
I'll be real. I'm gonna say this right.
I think the revisionist history with Darwin Nunez is crazy though, because the thing is, people never really were ever mad at his ability to play football overall. It was always the fact that when he's one-on-one on goal, he doesn't finish chances and it can cost him games. He's still that guy who can cost him games.
First, that's what people were mad at. Like the ball wouldn't stick, etc., etc. It was actually the opposite. When he first came in, it was more the chances. Some people was like, he's scoring hit and miss. But it was actually his overall ability. A lot of our fans had a problem with it first. So I think recently he's improved that. I think most fans will agree this season he's improved the all-round game. And now you're seeing it. It's come to fruition. He's assisting. It's sticking to him now. But it's now what you think we praised him for. He just can't put the ball in the back of the net. And what the things with Nunez is, I'll give it, because I was his biggest advocate until the 4-3 Fulham game. Because if Endo and Trent didn't save us, he would have had blood on his hands that game. And that's when I said, you know what, enough's enough. Because Monster trying to tell me from early, it's all fun and games until he misses that chance that could probably be detrimental to maybe a title or a major trophy. But he has to start hitting the back of the net. He's our record transfer fee. We brought him in 4 goals and he's doing everything but score. I think he's won in his last 17. That's crazy.
But you do realize you guys paid finished article type money for a project player.
That's the way it works, though, isn't it? That's always been the case. Young players have always cost a bag of money. The top ones that are being in the round,
but not this kind of money now.
And context as well, Gal. To see them
now in today's world, you're paying Harry Kane transfer to Bayern type money for a player who's had what 2 seasons or at the top level. It's not really anything.
That's just the way the market is these days. It's like when Pepe, when he was balling out, and what's it called? Was that Nice? Nice? It was Nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was like 72 million. Look at Sancho. Was 72 million. All these young players are just cost bare money again. That's just
my point. My point is not specifically about the money. It's about the level of patience people are going to have for him to.
Fair enough. But that's up to the.
He's never going to get the level of patience.
Yeah, you're right.
That he would have got if he was like a 40 million pound signing. That people would be like, oh, his like Gravenberch right now, for example. He's going to get a longer leash than a lot of other midfield signings that happened this summer because he was a relatively cheap signing.
Yeah, no, you know what it is, but when your team's winning, people don't care about the price. That's the thing. You can get a buy. That's the way it works. Look at City. They just paid how much for Vardio, but you don't see people actually talking about his price tag. It's because they win. And that's the only way where you can stop, that whole slander kind of part is if you win. That's why you can't really get onto Jack Grealish for being 100 million these days because he won him a treble, bro. Like he's got trophies under his belt. It is what it is. You can't slander it. He's already paid up his price, So and you look towards Man United like Anthony and Maguire, like whoa. Let me not even get started on that. But
I do still think Darwin Nunez is going to give you frustrating moments throughout the season. But one thing you can say is at this moment in time when you don't have Mo Salah, you need people to step up. He stepped up this game. You had Luis Diaz step up against Arsenal. So it's like people are finding ways. You guys are finding ways, and people got to give you credit. Fulham, when they scored, I think a lot of people tuned in thinking you guys would lose that game, similar to Chelsea. But hey, you guys turned it around quite quickly. It was what was it in 2 goals in 7 minutes or something like that, or 5 minutes?
It was. I can't lie. When I tell you now, I was looking at that. When I saw that goal going, the amount of slander I was putting towards Bobby Reed, I swear on my life, I would get absolutely cancelled, bro. Like if I say a few certain things, nothing racist or none of that. Of course not. But like the certain things, oh my word, that guy pissed me off. He could have finished you off. When he, what it was, Gal, there was that part where he could have crossed the ball into the back post towards Jimenez, right? And from there, I was thinking this guy's going to be an absolute bozo. And then all I could think about is Mont's backing him because he's a yardie, innit? He's a yard man. I'm thinking, no, you can't stand a no yard man. But I guaranteed, and even in that moment,
he's a Liverpool fan.
why the hell?
Wait, is he?
Yeah. Yeah, he is. How on earth?
He's doing the agent thing then. Yeah, big up Bobby Reed.
On a Fabio Barini thing when he was at Sunderland, kind of messed. Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
How on earth do you think in your brain, that you think I'm going to score from that angle? Fulham done their best impression at Anfield twice. That's the maddest part. And there's me thinking, if Iwobi was playing, the way I would have hooked off Reed is sensational. You know who's that sick though? The other Reed, the one in the middle of the park.
Harris, yeah. Baller.
Absolute baller, yeah. You know what it is though? We can always we can praise your win. Look, Liverpool find a way to win, regardless of the situation. I don't want to hear Anfield got you through that because they didn't. They were quiet for pretty much 70 minutes until you started winning. The people that got you through that was Klopp, again, through his tactics. He changed it at Arsenal, won the game. He changed it at halftime against Fulham, won the game. In Newcastle, changed it, he won the game. So obviously, plaudits have to go towards that. But the only thing I'm going to say is energy for energy, right? A little bit. It's the same thing that we get onto Arsenal about. Performances. We also about performances, and not really deserving to win the game and stuff like that. You can't keep... I don't know if you lot are seriously confident about even going to play Bournemouth at this moment of time. The Cherry Coke merchants, Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourselves. There is a huge difference when Trent's not in that team at this moment, and it's an opener. And again, look, I'll be fair to say that you do have a lot of players missing. So this it's not the worst thing in the world because you do have a lot of players missing. You probably play better without Van Dijk as well on the pitch.
This guy, man. This guy. One howler. These are the things that are coming up.
Nah, you're just trolling them at this point.
After that howly, Van Dijk was just Van Dijk.
No, Kanai's getting the flowers again. I'm sorry. And Joe Gomez. Actually, you know what?
That goal is coming. I know I keep saying it, but that goal is coming, bro.
How many? I had a dream he scored last night.
You know what? I thought he was going to score that half volley.
So how many games has he played and he's not scored?
All of them.
223 out of 4. 223 or 4. Yesterday was, I think, the 223rd game.
He can't even get a set piece header. Like, I'm pretty sure he.
All I know is that it will come soon. He's nearly scored against you.
Let me guess. He scored in preseason or something, probably.
Not even preseason.
Even preseason.
He's never actually had a celebration where you run to the other corner flag and do a knee slide like Drogba. It's just not happening.
Listen, we're judging a defender on scoring goals. It's funny though. He's not scored in 200 games. It's funny.
I think he's been playing really good. You know,
one of our best players, bro.
He's been serviceable.
One of our best players. Because I'll be honest, I don't know what Monts thinks, but when he first of all at right back, he was playing had good performances. But the fact he's now our first choice left back because our number 1, 2 left backs are both injured, and he's putting performances in there. You got to give him his credit, especially. And I know you want to speak about injuries out off the back of he's had 2 horrific injuries at us in his career. You have to give the guy credit because I thought he was done. He's a player I've never wanted to sell there. I just want him as a squad player, but I did think he was done just for his experience and whatnot. But listen, hands up to him, man. Joe Gomez is proving us wrong. And Gal, just back to your comment, rival fans are tuning in at 1-0, thinking that we might lose. One thing I'll tell you about us at Anfield, and this ain't nothing to do with the atmosphere, Kaz. If we go 1-0 down at Anfield, just know we're coming back. That it's just us this season. Away from home's a different story, but if we go 1-0, I said to my boy during the game, he's trolling me saying, "Oh, Bobby Reed." I said, "We'll win this 2-1." Predicted before the game, and even once
is this sustainable to always just be because you guys keep getting away with it at Anfield?
Not away, but at Anfield, yes. I don't know what
time I see you guys playing at Anfield.
I love how they say that.
Then, getting away with it.
I love how he's saying that. Yeah, but by the way, big up Curtis Jones. That guy has been in scintillating form. Yeah, he scored. Even though the goal was a deflection, it don't matter. A goal's a goal. And to be fair, he didn't actually put in no disaster class either. I actually thought McAllister had an okay game as well. Like his passing was good. I thought he had an okay game. Other than the first half, you could say most Liverpool, other than the first 15 minutes, it weren't really up to scratch. But I think he shored himself up a little bit. You know, his positioning anyways, just receiving the ball and then splitting the lines a little bit made Palhinha's job a little bit harder when tracking back. So, and that was probably down to McAllister and probably Gravenberch coming off. To be fair, I thought Gravenberch was one of your better players in the first half. Attacking anyways, I thought.
Kaz, I agree with you, but then he starts the second half. He went on one mazy run. Remember, he checked back and he nearly scored. That would have been a good goal. But other than that, he becomes a bit more lethargic. I don't know what it is, man. I've noticed this from about October, that 60-minute mark. Just, that's it. But you know what? Gravenberch might be one of our midfielders that's more impactful off the bench. Because you saw, I think, come on against City, did that run past Rodri, and obviously that kind of made the Trent goal. So I feel like when he's impacted, when he's come off the bench, he's impacted games a bit more than when he starts them. If you clock, he's normally that first sub around the 60th, 65th minute. And I think Klopp's realising it as well. Yeah, you're kind of a passenger now. You're not really giving much to the game and normally gets hooked off. But I think we should use him as an impact. How are we using Nunez? Because when Nunez starts games, he's not as effective.
I thought Elliot was going to take that central mid. I thought Elliot was playing good as well. And I thought he was going to take the central areas, but he took him off. And even I made a tweet saying, why is he taking like Liverpool's pretty much two best attacking players going like at the moment?
Because we could have played for 2 more hours and we wouldn't have scored.
Yeah, Gakpo was more clinical.
I think Elliot's been quite good as well, to be fair. I didn't think he
was
deserved
good yesterday. I think
he
was bad. I don't think he was a
every time I know Conor Bradley, and it's his first game. He's not really going to get onto a youngster for his first. I think that's his first actual senior debut, maybe, or second.
No,
maybe.
He played in the Europa League.
Yeah. So for that then at home, I don't know where it is, right? Other than that, I thought Elliot was the one that was actually trying to make things work.
They're chasing the game, Kaz. They needed a goal. They brought on 2 guys, and they actually
it worked out. It definitely worked out.
Yeah.
By the way, look, guys, please smash the like button if you haven't done so
I
yet.
think Conor Bradley needs a shout out too. Filling in that right back.
Wait, one sec. Guys, 24 likes from 100. Please smash the like button if you don't mind. Likes are very important. Even people that watch this back, if you don't mind smashing the like, I will be asking people again a bit more frequently. Honestly says Darwin Nunez, 18 goal contributions. Gabriel Jesus and Martinelli combined 17 goal contributions. I prefer not to speak, and he got the most assists for Liverpool.
You know what?
Hey, listen,
I'm going to give some home truths. I'm going to give some home truths. Someone has to be the bad guy. So anyway, let's run with it.
Yeah, I want GB the bad guy.
All right, go on. Let's hear some home truths then.
Listen, having 10 assists for Liverpool at this part of the season is always commendable. Yeah. And as a striker, I think he's got 8 goals in all comps as well. So I think it is, I believe it's 18 GA, as Hotnessy said, in all competitions, which is great and all. But I feel like every time Nunez does something good, a lot of the fan base seems to hop on the bandwagon. And every time he does something bad, a lot of people hop off the bandwagon, you know? And what is a bit weird is that if you actually look at a lot of Nunez's assists, not all of them, but come on, people, like we have eyes. We have eyes. And, you know, 5-yard passes, some of them have been okay, you know, at the right moment, the right time, like especially the one against Brighton, really good assist. The one against Everton when he drives at the ball, really good assist. The rest of them, any other of the players at Liverpool can play those assists. And I know you're probably going to say to me, how can you say that? He has to get into the position to do it. That's his job. That's his job. Let's be real. These are Bruno Fernandes-esque 19, 20 assists. It's a stat padding thing with the assist. Nunez isn't so much a creative player, creates the chaos and done really well yesterday. I gave him his praise yesterday. I was really happy with his with his tenacity, his ability to kind of get forward, his headers, everything he was doing was kind of very, very good yesterday to a point. But I don't really, we now want to talk about GA when it suits us. Like, he also missed another sitter. We won that game 2-1 when it probably should be 3-1.
Can I just say though, because this has happened for a few seasons, and it's not even just us. When did we start crediting strikers for assists? It's not just us, the other fan base do it as well, but when did we start doing this? It doesn't make sense. Crediting strikers you're supposed to score for their assists. I feel like because especially our families, because we're trying to make a case for Nunez, we're like, let's throw in all the ingredients that makes him look better. So here's an assist. He's got assist, whatnot. No, like he's here to score. Like, and this is why I kind of jumped off that train, because the frustration just starts growing. But I don't understand when we start to credit strikers for assists. It's crazy to me.
It's not. I think. It's
wait. But he's
been
been playing left wing for you lot though. So he's been playing left wing.
There's been a lot of games he's played number 9 as well, Kaz.
He's played, no. He's played 2 games at left wing. He's played 2
this season.
Played 2 games.
I think it's more than 2 months, or maybe not started, but he's then shifted out to left wing.
Why has he been shifted out to left wing? The same reason Mane.
We know why.
The same reason Mane was put up top. He wasn't good enough to play his actual position. Like
I'm not going to be a hater, but I'm just looking at some of these assists. It's really Mo Salah just putting in the work, finding space, making the goal himself.
Listen,
some of these.
That's why I said, Agal. I said we have eyes. We are choosing not to have eyes with the type of with a lot of these assists, because we want to find the best way to make Darwin Nunez. Flop Darwin Nunez has as many goals as X amount of people, or that amount of people. That amount of people. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the Twitter narrative. Especially if you're on Twitter, you'll know the narrative that we're trying to put across. The fact is, when he missed all those one-on-ones, when he had his game against Newcastle, he was the number 1 villain. And obviously today he was the number 1 hero. I think there's no middle ground when it comes to Darwin Nunez, even though we've kind of accepted who he is and what he is as a player for Liverpool Football Club. But I think this is just another example where we've gone overboard. Like the amount of massive Liverpool pages that I'm seeing calling Darwin Nunez, like, oh, all these fell comps are making Darwin Nunez look world class because he's doing everything right until the last part of his game. Do you man have eyes? Do you man actually have eyes?
All right, let me ask you one question. Let me swap Darwin Nunez for Gabriel Jesus. No,
not as easy as yes or no.
You know what I think about Darwin Nunez, though, don't you?
I'm going to say no.
Because of its fitness, innit?
Yeah, I'm just about to say that.
Fit. Yeah, they're both fit. I might do. Actually, no, I wouldn't. No. I'd swap Gakpo for Jesus, because with Nunez, he's the only prototype.
That's not what I asked you.
No, I wouldn't. And then the answer is no. The answer is no, because in terms of Nunez's prototype of player, we don't have any of that. So and bro, go back to my when we first signed Nunez. He's better off the bench. For me, he's a slightly more aggressive version of Divock Origi. And all the Nunez sexuals and the people stuck in the Nunez verse, they look at that and think that's a diss. I rate Origi very highly. Very, very highly. I think he's integral to Liverpool's success. There's nothing wrong with being an impact player.
I got a question then, yeah. I need Liverpool, even people in the comments as well, like that are Liverpool fans. I don't need to see Man United fans. Yeah, I like Nunez. I think he's better off the bench than starting. I do believe he could be your Divock Origi, and I think he's young. I think there's a lot to grow into, and I think he'll mature as well. I think his head's in a good place as well, from the way he plays and the way he reacts as well. I think I like him because I like effective players, isn't it? That can contribute positively, and he's not I don't think he's a net negative player. I do believe if you had somebody that's a bit more of an anchor in your DM space, he would be able to thrive a little bit more up front. And I think all your forward players will. I actually quite like Nunez just because of his attitude alone, which we don't really see anymore, right? And this is weird coming from a United fan, right? But let me ask the questions for people in the comments, because I already know what Roms and Mons thinks. And this, actually, I'll apply this to a gal as well. Is Darwin Nunez good enough to be a main man in Liverpool's forward line?
No, he's not. But I think this comment's the good comment here. I think this is the.
I want to ask people in the comments: is he good enough for Liverpool's forward line as the starter going forward? If you want to win big trophies, that's the question.
He's not the finished article yet, so we don't know how good he can actually get. That's my answer. So at this moment in time, no, he could potentially get better. And then we'll be saying we have a better player overall that can actually lead the line.
Because you got to think. What? Ask yourself this, Romzan, once. How many games has it been since you last lost? Like, how many games have you lost in how many? Sorry, how many? One game in how many?
1 in 33 or something.
So clearly, I know it might be not pretty on the eye, but something's clearly working. You're scoring three.
No. He started 12 games.
Yeah, but even if he started 12 games, he's coming off. He's still contributing. Like,
but that's not the question you asked. The question you asked as the main man. So if he started every single game, is he good? That's not true because he started.
So, all right, cool. That's cool. So if that's the case, if he's not good enough right now, I know you're on his case, and I think he could be put a little bit more constructively, right? As in, like, he's not the finished article, as a gal said, right? And I agree with that. And he misses big moments as well. I also agree with that. People have to agree with that.
So
right?
are you hypothetically taking Salah out of this side and saying he has to be the main man?
No. What I'm trying to say is, like,
If
he's still contributing. He's being used exactly how he needs to be used right now. So there's no point in getting on to it.
He's being used the way he's being used because he's not good enough for what he's been signed for.
Because he's young and he's still developing, no?
Yeah, exactly.
He's 24 young. Let's be honest. He's 25 in the summer.
When did you sign him? He was 22.
Listen, do you know what it is? No one's demanding perfection. No one's demanding perfection. Obviously, no one's demanding perfection off of Nunez, and it's funny because I think the sensitivity shows the ignorance of some fans as well. It's okay to have a conversation about what's good and what he's given Liverpool and what he is almost taking away from Liverpool in terms of maybe the clinical edge and the goal that we need. For me, not even just for me, there are going to be certain fans who say if Jota plays, Nunez don't start up top. You know,
so what's your front three?
My personal front three. Go on. I was going to say Nunez on the left, Jota in the middle, Salah. Wait, when everyone's fit, Salah on the right. I think Nunez is very effective on the left. I'm now accepting that he's not this goal scorer. He's doing everything but doing what we bring him in.
Let me make you
realize I wouldn't even say everything. His all-round game, to me, like,
that's improved. That has improved.
It's improved, but it's not good. It's not improved, but it's not good.
That's why I disagree with you. If you're going to go with the sample size the last 10 games, Mon, you've even said it. It's improved, and I think now it is good. He's not good at finishing, but I feel like from the left, that's not disingenuous to say. I think he's the most effective left winger. I think him, Jota in the middle, and Salah right wing. I think that's the strongest.
I agree with that.
I hear what you're saying. I think go on.
No, I'm just saying this whole debate or conversation about Nunez is as if he's the main man. Based on what you guys are saying, he's fourth best option in your attacking front three at this moment in time, and he doesn't. Third
after yesterday.
Diaz, as much as Diaz has played well, I still need to see more from Diaz.
So even if he's your third best option, you guys are basically saying he will never have the role of having to be your main man. All he has to do is his job. So when he does his job, we're not going to criticize him. We're not going to say, oh, he's just doing his job. We're going to say, you know what? He's bringing more to the table at this point because if he's your third option, we can't put him in the perspective of saying he has to be the main man because that's not his role. If you guys played to his strengths and everything was built to be going through Darwin Nunez like it is Mo Salah, best believe you guys would be seeing better performances from him. But that's not what you guys have to do right now. So because he's your third option, treat him like your third option.
That's what I'm saying. I
think the expectations from him are as if he is your main man.
Basically, I've now accepted it, Gal, that what we brought him in for, he's not doing. Some may say still give him enough time. This will be 2 full seasons by the end of this year, right? I'm just now accepting him for what he is. He's havoc. He creates chances off that left. I see Jota and Salah as the main men. The problem is now, if them to get injured or they're absent, like Salah's gone and Jota's isn't the most, his fitness isn't the best. When both of them come out the team, do I see Gakpo and Diaz as prolific? No. That's when you look at Nunez like, come on, we brought you in for goals. But now, where I'm not going to be animated and get annoyed with Nunez anymore because I'm just accepting for what he is. For me, he's not a striker. He's just a forward now. He's literally just a forward. And that's what I see him as now.
Do you want me to rip the Band-Aid off? Because I've seen enough from what I need to see in the comment section. Yeah. What we're doing right now is creating this imaginary bar that doesn't exist to make ourselves feel better about a signing that hasn't hit the heights. Let's be honest about things. Let's be honest about things. Now, I'm always gonna listen. Roms thinks, as you said, Roms, you think his all-round game has been good. I'm not going to argue all the way down with that one. I think it's been okay. So there's not a massive goal from what we think it has been, to be fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But because Nunez is someone who puts in 100% effort and his tenacity is great, people are kind of blind and we want to make up this whole thing about him being a lot better than he is. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I watched him in the Arsenal game and he don't fuck all. He don't fuck all in the Arsenal game. His decision making was crap. He didn't put, and he was playing on the left. Even in the second half, he improved, but that's because he was able to hold on a second. 2-on-1 opportunities is passing behind the player. The opportunities he's not getting into at the right places. He's scuffing his chances. Even when he got the 2 assists yesterday, as I said, he done well, and I gave him his credit yesterday for what he done in 2 decisive moments. Where one was a 5-yard pass to Curtis, which was a deflected goal. The other one was a good little 1-2 and a cutback. Apart from the cutback and the header, we're looking at him with eyes, bro, and he's getting the ball, he's driving, he's looking up, and then he's forgetting the ball's at his feet, and he's running into defenders, passing the ball off the pitch, missing in front of the goal again to make it 3-1. We're making up our imaginary line of expectation to make us feel better about themselves. If this man played for another club, us Liverpool fans would be doing the same thing and bantering him, just like we bantered Timo Werner. It's as simple as that. Like, and people will say from now that I have an agenda. I have stuck with this opinion since the man has signed for the club. There is no personal hatred towards the player. I actually like his effort and what he does, similar to Harvey Elliott, where he gives 100% and his head never goes down. But let's not lie about a man's quality. He's not a great footballer, but he keeps on trying and he has great physical attributes, which can help Liverpool off the bench. But I don't think it will go further than that. How long are you going to call a player raw for? How long are we going to do it?
You know what it is?
How long are we going to do it?
Just for the people in the comments, and Monts and Kaz will vouch for me. I was backing this guy fullest till about December.
Yeah, we were singing a song.
Exactly, we were singing a song, but my patience ran out after that. Like I said, if Endo and Trent didn't save us in that Fulham, the 4-3 game, the amount of 1-on-1s he missed today was crazy. Now, I agree with Mont. We know he's the greatest, but now I'm just accepting he's not that striker. It's evident. He's been in, 18 months now, and he's not clinical. Now, I now think he's our better left winger. This is where me and Mont differentiate. Mont just thinks, off the bench, he's very impactful, but I actually believe that I've seen enough games from him. The sample size is big enough that, you know what? He's probably our best winger. I don't think anyone's as good as him in our forward line in that specific position. So for me, he can start that left wing role, and I'm not really expecting goals from him. I'm just expecting what he's been doing.
Let me.
Hold on, just 2 seconds. So because our left wingers aren't performing right now, it's not hard to get in a left wing, right? So why is that praisable?
Right. Because he's actually contributing to the team in some way, not how we would like him to. Listen to what I'm saying. Not how we'd like him to. We would like him to contribute with goals. That's what we brought him in for. But because of the sample size, and he's not proved he's a clinical goal scorer, I'm now kind of trying to trio him and find him another role on that left where he's had his better games.
I hear it. I'm happy, bro. I'm happy, bro. Do you know what? I'm calm that he's found a position. I'm calm that he's found a position for Liverpool and that he's doing better on the left wing. But everyone throwing out the 18 GA stats. You man have eyes, like you have eyes. Why are we doing this?
No,
we have eyes. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
But you know how it is. People like to pick the positives, and I do that myself. So I'll be honest. I think if there's a lot of Liverpool fans out there bigging him up, let them big him up because they actually are finally seeing some end product, and that's what they've wanted.
Yeah, you know what it is? Let me rebuke this a little bit. But the Arsenal thing, anyways, I don't think it was Nunez done F4 against Arsenal. It was your midfield. Let's be honest. Your midfield was absolutely arse and cheeks in the Arsenal game. That's why your forward line could barely do anything. Yeah, that's why Trent had to move into the middle. So that's one thing. I think effective strikers have always been around. You know, you can even look at the Les Ferdinands of the world and all that kind of stuff. They've always been around. They might not be the best. But the thing is, you said it yourself, though. Both of you, yeah? Rom said we shouldn't hold him to a world-class standard or whatever standard that you said, right? But the thing is, you're giving him world-class criticism as well at the same time. So,
no, I'm not. What the fuck is world-class? I told you he ran into defenders and that's what.
No, but I mean, you can criticize. No. But the thing is, Mons. The thing is, Mons, yeah, and I kind of learned this a little bit with Ty in it. Ty like average ballers in it, and it pisses me off at my own team. Yeah, it really does. Yeah, We like football. We like football players, but what we like might not be what somebody else likes. They might. We grew up in the era of
That's the beauty of football.
What's the word? We grew up in the era of, I call it the creme de la creme, the absolute golden age where wingers were proper wingers, yeah. Strikers had to do one simple job only, yeah. Central midfielders, we didn't even see 4-3-3s. We'd done up 4-4-1-1 or 4-4-2. But other people might have grew up in a little bit different and like just effectiveness, hard, pure passion and power. That's what it is. It don't really matter about the technical side. Are you getting me the win? Are you getting me the goals? Simple as that. And that's probably how they look at Darwin Nunez. You can't. The thing is, he's just a bit of a weird one. He's a bit like Bruno, not great on the eye, but he's effective. In your case, I feel like there's more to his game to even come. That's why I say like there's criticism, there's unfair criticisms, and I think there's more to come. I like him personally. I would have him at Man United because I have to deal with someone called Marcus Rashford.
Yeah,
because I have to deal with someone called Marcus Rashford. And guess what? He's got a better pass than Marcus Rashford. He's got more sprint speed than Marcus Rashford. And actually, I think Rashford's got a bit of a better finish. But guess what? That's what I have to deal with. So it's kind of similar. But at least Darwin Nunez takes on a man. At least he puts in the effort and runs back. You know, just little simple things that people don't understand is when he's off the. I find, anyways, in it because I want to move the conversation. When he's off the pitch, as he was, yeah, little simple things are winning the ball back and keeping it going again. As you said, when Gravenberch and Elliot were there, you could have been playing for another 60, 70, 80 minutes and still not scored. As soon as he comes on, and this is a nitpick moment, but when he comes on, there's something's happening. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's well or it's not well, something's going to happen. If there's any criticisms, if there's any criticisms from that game, I'm finding it has to be targeted at Diaz, not even at Nunez. This is, for me, this is pretty much of a nothing conversation.
No one's mad at Nunez. This is a Nunez. We're having a Nunez conversation, and I ripped the band-aid off, and people in the chat don't like it because they're being sensitive. Everything positive about Nunez that you've said, I've literally said that in my monologue. I said that he played well. I said that he's better off the bench. I said the first thing I said about him when people didn't like it, took it as an insult, is that he's like Origi. He's a more aggressive version than Origi. Like what you just said, he's better off the bench. Things happen off the bench. Defenders don't want to deal with Nunez. He's the worst type of player you want to come against, especially in the 60th, 70th minute. You don't want to buck Nunez.
But do you see any more investment in your attacking anymore? I don't think Liverpool's going to invest in your attacking.
We don't need to. No, we don't need to.
The people you have to blame the most is your own fan. The only person you have to blame on this, though, is your own fan base. When he came and you compare him to Haaland, that's when, for a lot of you guys, by the way, not the Darwin Nunez outers, or if you want to call them, that's what happened. When you put him on that pedestal, this is why the criticisms come the way they do. Unfortunately,
they kind of got sucked into the media head, though.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, it was the media as well. Don't just blame it on us. Media was doing this. Both brought in 9.
Man United fans with Rasmus Højlund photos with
where does that come from?
Haaland.
The media these days.
Yeah, you got a point. They see what everyone's. Yeah. Fair. You got a point.
Exactly.
The Bukayo Saka Mo Salah thing. They make it seem like Arsenal fans are always pushing it when it's actually they're just looking at their stats and they're trying to compare.
Yeah, going forward, just to add on to your point, what's for me a slight worry now is when I look at our creators in the team, the first one I'm looking at is, I would say McAllister, but from a deep role, how effective can he be? And even yesterday proves it. Nunez looks like our biggest creator now. Like, you have to call a spade because Jota's not really a creator like that. Jones can, but we saw up until Nunez and Gakpo came on, like Mont said, we could have played for another 2 hours and we would not have scored. I think going forward, the next couple games, I believe, is Fulham and Bournemouth. It's looking like if anything's going to happen, it is from Nunez. That's why I'm just going to...
Don't start them. Don't start them. Bring them off the bench again.
It's my question to you. Do you think he can affect the game from that left move?
No, because when they both started, they've been shit. Have they been good when they've started? Nunez and Darwin. Gakpo and Darwin. Sorry, Gakpo and Nunez.
Jota and Nunez haven't started that many times.
Gakpo and Nunez, have they been good when they've been starting?
No, I agree. No, that's why Mont. That is why I play Diaz, Jota, and we've not really seen that combo. And when we have, they linked up for the Arsenal goal. They linked up. Yeah, we've not seen that combo enough. Like similar to what Arsenal fans were saying about.
So what do we bring off the bench? What do we bring off the bench? What comes off the bench then?
then that's when Gakpo and
Yeah, we're done. Yeah, we're done.
Gakpo and Elliot have to wrap. That's when Gakpo and Elliot.
We're done. Done.
And Mods, here's the solution. We kill off the game early. How about that?
You wouldn't think, that Liverpool were top of the league right now. They weren't in 3 other cup competitions, and you got them dwelling on each other and arguing people in the comments. Crazy, isn't it?
To them standards, I read it.
Yeah, no, it's standard.
Man, I bring in Bill Shankly into the conversation because I challenged.
I don't know. Look, I think to wrap up the Nunez part is because we're going to talk about another striker, which is, I can't lie, man. A guy, you need to answer this, bro. It could be absolute false rumors. I probably believe it is, but we'll talk about it in a sec. Yeah. Honesty says, have you men heard Klopp post-conference yesterday? He said Darwin does everything very well. He's unlucky not to score. Leno has some great saves. Leno's a good goalkeeper. You could say that. Yes. Sure. And then Double Mo here says, should Salah have more centrally when he comes back? Oh, should you move Salah centrally if he comes back? Yes or no?
No, we've been down that
road. On the right.
Oh, we got Jota's fit now. So
last time I remember, when you play counter attack and you put kind of, I think it was last season, you put Salah down the middle, and I think it was even against Arsenal potentially, or Man City. That man was dangerous.
Who's gonna play on the right? Because a lot of their chance creation comes from that right side with Trent and Salah.
Smozo. Try it out.
Harvey's playing that.
Harvey, yeah.
Yeah, moving on to the Arsenal, part of stuff as well. Look, Don. Look, people might expect Don. You can see him on the thumb now. He's not here. Look, he's busy at work. If he comes, he comes. If not, he doesn't. If not, you can enjoy the specs image. But yeah, man, please smash the like button. 148 likes, 500 man in here. Obviously, I don't frequently ask, but I'm going to start doing it because likes are very, very important. You guys are very, very important, and obviously, you kind of control the narrative. Obviously, if it wasn't for you guys, what would we be doing here? We'd be talking to ourselves, having a friendly conversation. Might as well go on the phone. But anyways, big up you guys. For everyone that has smashed the like button, if you can, when you can. Arsenal, you're linked to. Look, first and foremost, Arsenal are happy with Arteta. Half your fan base aren't happy with Arteta at this moment of time, and this ain't going to be some sort of slander. He deserves his criticisms. And maybe he deserves his flowers too. You know, good moments, bad moments, standards. Is he going to win a trophy this season? Who knows?
Probably not. And
just to tip off the iceberg type situation, the Tony stuff has gone flat. I think you might have been outpriced.
Tony's done. It's not happening.
Yeah, bro. Tony's been outpriced. And now you've been linked to some guy called Moyal.
Yeah. Broha Moral. Getafe striker. They Apparently, this article has come from the Sun, and it was first reported by a Man United account. Not even an Arsenal account was the first account to find it. It was some journalists from the Sun. £22 million bid went in apparently, and that bid was then rejected, even though his release clause is 20 million, and they want around 39. This whole thing does not sound real. First of all. Could we be actually interested in this Getafe striker? And this is the first time we're hearing about it? Maybe, but more of a likelihood of this whole story being a non-story and just being an agent thing. But if we're going to talk about it on a real level, it's very underwhelming, extremely underwhelming. Going from speaking about Ivan Toney, talking about looking at Vlahovic again, talking about potentially going for Dominic Solanke, talking about guys like Ollie Watkins, even just saying we're going to wait until the summer and go for Victor Osimhen, to now here we're going to spend 22 million pounds on Broha Moral. Yes, he scored 14 goals in 22 games for Getafe, but there's no direct say that it's going to correlate and it's going to just work perfectly at Arsenal. Any signings potentially a risk. People saying, well, he's better than Eddie. Doesn't guarantee you. Even if you think he's better than Eddie Nketiah right now, that he's going to come into the Arsenal team and he's going to make that big of a difference.
You know what's crazy, Gal, yeah? Sorry to cut you there, yeah? You guys have had more emergency streams than Saeed, yeah? At this moment of time, in the space of 1 or 2 weeks.
Just 2.
There's been loads. I've seen loads. You know, I'm seeing Chelsea. I'm seeing right now, I think Matisse has finished the stream with an emergency meeting. The thing is, I'm not here to get onto Arsenal, and I'm not really here to get onto Arteta either. And I don't believe this is some sort of Arteta signing, but the fact that he's Spanish, right, is one thing. The fact he actually has 12 goals in 19 games, which I'm seeing is calm. but he's only around 6'1". So maybe he's a target man. Who knows? But last time I remember, target man don't get 12 goals. He get more assists, if anything. See, I have no idea what to think of this guy. I don't actually have no crack about this guy whatsoever. I'm not going to pretend. The only thing I know from Getafe is Mason Greenwood. You know, that's
I looked into him yesterday, and I spoke to some people who watch the league. They tell me he's former Real Madrid player. He's really good. He's really good with his. He's really good in the box. His positioning is his main attribute, and I'm just too underwhelmed by this potential signing. I get it that we need a striker. We want a striker, but is this a striker that's gonna help us get over the line and potentially win a Premier League or win a Champions League? I don't think that's the case. So it's almost like it's another waste of funds, in my opinion.
Bukayo, you know what it is, yeah? I watched him a few times at Roma. I'll be real, I didn't even know he was at Getafe. I just remember Mario because he was in one of Spain's young Euro sides and he had a somewhat decent campaign, and then he went Roma, started off well and kind of filtered out. But I just feel like there's this thing with Spanish strikers. Remember, Monch, when we had Iago Aspas and Joselu to Newcastle and even Lucas Perez.
Soldado.
Yeah, Soldado as well. Leaving Lucas Perez out. I feel like Mauro, he's not a bad footballer, but he's just not what Arsenal needs. He's basically just another version of Eddie Nketiah. Is he going to take you to that title? No. You don't need goals right now. And he's one of them players that might score 1 in about 4. You don't really need that right now. I just feel like there's that Spanish contingent. He's not a bad player, but he's not a needle mover. Like, you just don't need it.
Wait, but you know what? No, but to me,
the only Spanish striker that has done well in, let's say, the last 10, 15 years, that's coming as kind of that second fiddle, is Negredo. When Negredo went in that City team and helped them to win that title, in that title race against us, that's the only one off the top of my head that's come in, that's gone second fiddle and done well. Other than that, all these Spanish strikers come in.
Michu has the streets for that one season.
That one season was
still. Michu.
You know what is this guy? Sorry, because I would. No, but is it though? The thing is, yeah, this is where I like to think of it as a little bit of a positive, right? You only look at Tony because he's Prem proven, and you look at Victor Osimhen, who says he's going to bang anyways. And to be fair, Osimhen, I feel like he's got all the attributes to work as well, but that's a big if. No matter what you look at, no matter how you look at this striker throughout the world, no wrongs you don't know about him. Once I don't believe he might know about him. Specs down there has no idea, you know. And also, myself, I don't know. The thing is, he's playing well this season, and obviously for Getafe standards, you know, bringing him to Arsenal is a different type of beat as well. Consider what type of team Getafe is. No one knows about him. It might be a deal that that might work out, you know. But that's not the issue. Bro, it might work out.
Why are you trying to paint it with a nice brush?
Keep it for him. No. I'm not trying to keep it 100. No, one second,
bro.
No strikers out there, bro.
Let me rebuttal.
It's like going to the one piece shop, bro. You know what I mean?
You spend 22 million pounds on this guy, right? You find yourself in a situation where you have a deadwood player in a year. Does it make sense?
Say that again, sorry?
We have Gabriel Jesus, we have Eddie Nketiah. We bring in Broha. You telling me Broha is going to be part of this squad going forward long term? This would be potentially a panic signing. It would put us back because then we now have another player that would be massively considered deadwood in a couple of years' time. I don't think this is somebody who's going to move us forward. I don't think this would be somebody who would actually make any contribution to the team past this season. It's not a long-term signing. It doesn't make sense. This whole article, whatever it is, the person who brought it to the table, I don't even believe them in the first place. So to me, it seems like this is a media. This is actually, the bid was actually rejected. Also, don't forget that they're saying supposedly. So this whole thing seems like a nothing story being brought up by the agent.
But how do you know that?
That's I don't believe the club is interested in him.
That's not a fact.
I don't believe the club is interested in him.
Yeah, but G said it. I pick up G, by the way. G said it perfectly. What, like, the names are relevant, but what if it's the profile you're looking for? Look, I'm looking at it like this. Yeah, if he fits the profile, I thought you wanted some sort of target man. So, you know, 6'1" could be.
It doesn't matter.
But that's what you're missing is your plan B. The thing is, if he fits the profile that
Excuse me, we have a plan B. Kai Havertz, throw him up top with whatever striker we have.
And how did that work? How has that been working?
In our biggest game of the season, it worked perfectly.
Oh my god, that one little blip. Are we really doing this? We're talking about.
No. I think people need to stop saying Arsenal don't have a plan B, bro. We don't have a fucking plan A. Our plan A is Thomas Partey. He's been injured for the whole season.
Oh, injured. Yeah, that one. But what's it called? Look, but you can't. You know what the maddest thing is though, Gal? Tell me 5 strikers in the world football right now that would be an absolute cluster. Other than Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney, name me 3 more that are available, that are around, that's going to do your job, and that's not underwhelming.
Dusan Vlahovic.
Darwin Nunez.
Karim Benzema on loan.
Who?
Karim Benzema on loan. Okay.
Nunez.
I don't want Nunez. Obviously, you have your own. Go. Obviously, Newcastle have Isaac.
Yeah, he's not available.
It's already too late. That's not attainable. Then you go to Ollie Watkins. Obviously, it's not attainable. A lot of these players are not attainable. That's the reality. The thing is, this article, we're talking about this potential signing.
That's not a question. The question is, name me 5 strikers other than the first 2 that I mentioned that won't be underwhelming. Don't you dare say Benzema.
Could you say Ronnie?
Benzema walks into the side. He has experience winning Champions League. He is a finisher. He comes into the side. He raises our level.
So you want to do what Man United said, getting his old geezers on loan or on a permanent. That's what you want to do.
What Benzema has in experience alone, if he walked into this team, he raises everyone's standards.
Yeah, you know what? I think that's decent. I'll give you that one.
I'm not saying it would happen, but I'm just merely telling you guys, if there's anything out there.
Benzema, I will never disrespect him, yeah, but go on, continue. All right.
But let's just get back to this 22 million. It's been rejected, apparently. Do any of us believe that an article that came out with no Fabrizio Romano message, no David Ornstein, has been submitted, rejected, and the clubs have been speaking for a while? Can we genuinely believe this?
It doesn't mean. I know this whole thing. No, if you want to debunk it before we move on as well, what's this? Honestly saying Griezmann will fit Arsenal. He can play striker.
No, but Griezmann will never fit Arsenal.
Remember, Odegaard's better than him. Remember that one, Rums? Odegaard's better than him. Remember that one?
I don't know who said that, but last season Odegaard was on a ridiculous form.
I look at it like this, Gal. If you want to try to debunk it, David Ornstein only does absolutes, yeah. So unless it's actually a serious bid and everything like that, like an actual sign that's going to go through, then I believe he'll post something. So that's not Fabrizio. There's not only 2 sources in the world. You know, look where Nana came from. When Nana was doing it, it was that other dude. I can't remember his name now. Yeah, not even Damaso. It was him and another one, Alfaro Pedula. That brother, he's a Spanish guy.
One more thing.
Saying, there might be some truth to it.
One more thing, Kaz. If a player has a £20 million release clause and you're trying to sign a Spanish player, why would you bid 22 million to the club, 2 million over the release clause, and not go straight to La Liga and just pay the 20 mil?
And Spanish clubs need money as well. So I think it's a bit. I agree with the guy. I think this is a bit.
Are we not?
Bro, it doesn't work that way. If you have a player and there's a release clause in his contract, you go straight to La Liga. The club has no choice. We did it with Thomas Partey.
What's his release clause?
20 million. Apparently, we paid 2 million more. Are you stupid?
You know what's a bit weird to me? Girl, can I just say what's a bit weird? Is that I understand
rumors. I love the stories because guess what? We're gonna talk about it, but the reality is it's not happening.
No, the difference is actually no. Let me. Wait once. Sorry, once because I just remember something. Yeah, bidding 22 million. It means you can pay in installments and amortize it if you need to. Right? When you pay 20 million, that's upfront on the release clause. Unless there's some sort of different clause in it, that means you have to pay the 20 million straight up front. You don't want to pay 20 million straight up front on the release clause when you can go get it in a different style where you can pay 8 million off per season. That's how it works. That's why it can be true. Thank you. I've done business.
No, you know what? That's true, Kaz. But the thing is, in the same breath, it doesn't mean that this article could still not be a nothing story based on the facts that we have on the table. And also, when you see a story like this getting broken by a Manchester United Twitter page and a Sun reporter, it doesn't scream validity to me. That's another thing. So it's like I know it's not. I know we want to talk about the player specifically, but before I can even speak about the player, and I did do a little research on the player last night, as I did a video on it last night myself. But it does scream. It does scream. Nobody knows what's happening at Arsenal, and the people who do know what's happening at Arsenal, they don't speak.
What?
Until
I'm
they have
saying all different release clauses. That Edward Hayne guy is a fraud, anyways. There's already been debunked. Let's get one thing. He says 20 million release clause. I'm seeing 34 million release clause. I'm seeing another one that says 40 million euro release clause. What are we doing here? No one knows. No one knows, anyways. But what was you gonna say, Mon? Sorry, apologies.
I was gonna say, I feel like if the profile of the player was more of a name or someone that we'd prefer or would make more sense for Arsenal, I don't think we'd be sitting here talking about the source. We'd be sitting here, like, do you know what I'm saying? I feel like, and I can be wrong here. I just feel like you're rubbishing it off as quickly as possible because not just because of obviously of the whole buyout clause thing, but because he's not a player that screams anything to anyone. As I said, it screams a signing that no one knows what they're doing. So I feel like you're more inclined to go, that's BS, ain't trying to hear it. This is the person who reported it. When we've spoken about other signings that make more sense, the first thing we're doing is not about, is it going to happen? It's, let's talk about the player. See what I'm saying? No one wants to talk about the player because he's got no clout. Man's a striker.
That's the first thing I spoke about.
You know what? There's actually a bad boy striker in the Championship. Like, I know Arsenal, it will hurt your pride to show.
I know the name you're gonna say.
And this guy need Just Joe on here. But you see, there's a striker called Joe Perot from Leeds. Yeah, bad boy at Swansea. He is cold. You know what? For sure, I'm not saying the guy. Before you go,
with you, bro.
I'm not saying long term.
I'm gonna dead this whole topic. I'm gonna dead this whole topic easy. I'm gonna dead this whole topic easy. As you found out with Darwin Nunez, as Chelsea are finding out with Nicholas Jackson, if you are trying to sign a project striker, expect inconsistencies, expect underperformances, and expect a player that is not fully developed, and it's going to take you time. We're currently at a stage where we need a finishing piece to that puzzle. If we put in a developmental player in this team up top, we are going to be in the same position for at least a year or two, and it could be a situation where we miss our window to win major trophies. In order to win major trophies, we need somebody now that can replicate the kind of goals that Mo Salah and Erling Haaland do. And it's hard to do that, but the way you do that is you find the top of the top. There's no scouting level.
You're right.
We are done doing scouting and trying to find golden gems at this moment in time. We need to just go and get the best of the best and put them into our team. And that's why I'm vouching for us to go get a Victor Osimhen, a crown jewel, somebody who can win us games off the back of their own on their own back without no help. That's what we need.
You're right. You want to set the standard. You have every right to want to set that standard by the name of a Victor Osimhen, of maybe a Ivan Toney. You're absolutely right. We're obviously we're not Arsenal fans in it. Like, you could speak for yourself and maybe for some of your fan base that do agree with you.
I think a lot of people would agree with me there.
Yeah, I'll just say it's kind of hard to debunk a striker in this day and age, because if one fits the profile, then it might be worth it. He could be the gem that you need and might have cost you a little bit. But you're saying we're done with that. We want to put some standards on it. No, it makes sense. You're totally right. It's the same thing that Mons wants to do. Probably with his
Crystal Palace
with the DM situation, isn't it? That's why he wants a Polina. You don't want someone that's gonna be good in like 10 years or something like that. But anyways, look,
I want to copy Mino. I want to copy Mino.
Yeah, so do I. I need another one. We have got another one. His name's Dan Gore, but we don't play him enough.
We've got Stefan Bajcetic anyway. Carry on.
I can't believe people don't rate that guy.
My life.
My life.
Same time as Thiago. Yeah, they're on the same.
Is he still injured?
So basically,
they're on the same schedule, him and Thiago. Which basically
who comes back first? Them two or Robbo and Simic?
Are you really asking if Thiago's coming back first? Really?
I'll be honest.
Thiago. It was only 3 weeks ago.
He never played 20 league games.
Adidas trainers when he's got his little bag in the picture.
You man realize
Thiago will never play 20
not
league
back to
games
after
for Liverpool
Valentine's
ever.
Day.
Has he played 20 league games for you guys?
What?
Has Thiago ever played 20 league games in one season?
Yes.
Once.
He did once.
21 games in
21, 22.
The one after COVID, yeah. I think he played 21.
Yeah, I'm moving on.
Can I bring it back to Arsenal one more second?
Go on. you want.
This whole mismanagement of fund stuff needs to stop. If anyone is taking us serious, let's be honest. What won Man City to the Champions League? They had that killer in Erling Haaland, changed their fortune slightly. What won Liverpool major honors?
Slightly?
Wait,
What won?
He's played over 20.
One second. They won a freaking treble, guys. Let's not act like Erling Haaland didn't change their fortunes. What won Liverpool their major honors? It was when they added that crown jewel in Mo Salah, who changed their fortune. Plus, their defense was already they patterned up the defense afterwards.
And Mane.
One second. We already have the defense sorted.
It was actually Alisson.
Okay, we already have the defense sorted. We just need the attack. You know what I mean? So that Mo Salah signing was what took you guys from where you guys were to now being competitive to that level. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, if Arsenal can get themselves somebody who can be that kind of guy, who can produce that level of end product, that GA that we need up top.
You know what the maddest thing though there is, a girl. At that point, not many people were looking at Mane other than Man United, and that Salah, no one was really looking at his direction either. They all came down to profiles from their director of football, not a name.
No, you got to give them credit for doing that.
I can't lie, Mane was
both signings. Bro, both signings were seen as overpressed.
Yeah, they were.
No. Sadio Mane was solid though. From
I can't lie. He
was the one that was more of a start. Out of him and Salomon, we are more comfortable with Mane because we had seen him in the.
Yeah, but how about this? Because remember, listen, I remember this specifically. 32 million was seen as a blast. Was they seen as a
30 million was like 80 million.
Then Man United paid for Pogba in the same window, and we paid for Xhaka.
Listen, Sadio Mane himself as a player, people weren't saying he's shit. But man was saying that 32 M's is a bit mad for Mane, innit? I held corn for that signing.
No, I still remember when he dunked it. That was a hat-trick against Arsenal. I remember like it was yesterday.
He done it, bro. He bullied us as well.
Like, yeah, no. Remember him and Graziano Pelamont with COVID?
Oh! But you know the thing is? Scouts need to do their job in today's football. A lot of people don't do that. That's the reality. Look at Doku. Man City got Doku. A lot of people are like, yo, Doku's going to do this, Doku's going to do that. It's still going to take time, but in a couple years' time, people are going to be looking at Doku and the price they got him for. They're like, Man City got a steal.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true, but that's what happens when you're always winning. But yeah, man, look, guys, make sure you smash the like button. Obviously, this is my fourth time of asking. Anyone that has joined, people already know beforehand. Make sure you check out Big Six Bands going live straight after this, next 5-ish minutes or so. 550 of you in the building. Obviously, we're riding out whatever news we can ride out and hopefully entertain you guys as much as possible. But yeah, man, and obviously we got the Premier League weekend. We got Man United versus Tottenham, which I'm pretty sure we'll dive into tomorrow. But yeah, man, other than that, you know, this is a funny one. This is where I really wanted Don to be in this stream. Obviously, can't because of work priority over obviously YouTube, unfortunately, people. Cole Palmer actually never wanted to leave City. But we was convinced that he did. You know, we got information that he did too. He actually only wanted a loan. He wanted a loan only. Yeah. Cole Palmer didn't actually want to leave. He didn't actually want to go to Chelsea, as we were all fooled to believe. You know, it was forced. It was said you're either staying or you're getting sold. It's as simple as that. I'm not saying it was a bad choice. In hindsight, it's worked out for him, in my opinion. He's developing his name, right? But if Cole Palmer never wanted to leave, in the first place, Don, I'm gonna bring up the old chat.
Rod's can remember this one from Don, but our project's more attractive. Our project's this, our project's that.
That's what I was gonna bring it back to is the project. You know, the project's more, you know, this and that.
How positive Don was about that window and what Chelsea were gonna do, especially after the 1-1 draw. Oh my god. Someone needs to go back and revisit that stream, the one after we drew 1-1 at the bridge. Revisit that, and you'll see, you know what I'm saying? You'll see that's the real Chelsea fan. You know what I'm saying? That's the real Chelsea fan. I'll tell you that from now. Oh, by the way, fun fact, Thiago has actually had 24 appearances and 25 appearances in consecutive seasons for Liverpool.
But you know what? I was gonna just having a conversation.
In the league.
Oh, fair enough.
No, this whole thing that Thiago ain't ever barely plays Liverpool is a farce. So the last year.
But you know something? All those weren't starts, because I seen a stat where in his career he's only had one season in the last like 8 where he started 20 league games.
Yeah, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Regardless, yeah, on Cole Palmer, yeah. There's one thing that Don did say, yeah, which obviously you can credit. He said that Palmer could probably get 15 GA this year, yeah, regardless of the penalties and non-penalties. Like, what heights do you reckon he can get to towards the end of the season? Because this was 40 million is looking like a proper steal at this moment of time. I'll be real. He's on. Oh no, I don't want to go on his transfer history. Who cares about that?
In terms of GA.
So this season he is on. Oh my word! He's already on 12. He's already on 12. No, this is just a Prem alone.
What are we in January?
The same GA as Starboy Saka. You said 12 GA.
12 GA.
Wait, the same as God's child.
Stuff for the law, bro. No one.
You know what? Don said he's better than Saka, you know, and people thought he was mad.
No, he's just in better form than Saka. That's it. He's just in better form.
Okay. So earlier when you're doing Darwin Nunez, you want to do
now he's better. Trust me, I speak to him.
Yeah, I'm saying he's nowhere near.
Shameless, bro. Earlier you want to be the bad guy for Darwin Nunez. But now that you see my man has 12 goals or 12 GA, you're like, oh, is that better than somebody? Oh,
no, I didn't.
This is different content. Palmer's not a number 9. You can include G and A for his position. Not a 9.
They're the same position.
Can we get back onto the topic?
But I just said to you that he's nowhere near. He's not Bukayo Saka. He's just in better form than Saka. He's allowed to be in better form than Saka. No.
Hey, yeah, Saka on his worst.
Other than that,
hold on. Is he not in better form? Is he not in better form than Saka?
Saka's floor is certain people's ceilings. I get it.
Again, that's not why I asked you.
I think he's naturally a better baller. I can't lie. I think he's more gifted, naturally gifted than Saka.
Is he in better form?
Yeah, I think he's naturally gifted. I think he's more. Saka's not this naturally gifted baller people think he is. He's very effective and very consistent. But I don't think Saka's this lack of Foden or Palmer that's got better technique than them. That's my opinion. I don't think what are we doing here?
Kaz has his Arsenal hat on again. Yeah,
look, coming on.
Here we go.
You know what we're doing? We're doing the Family Guy thing. We're doing the Family Guy thing.
I hear it. On the eye, obviously Palmer's great at dribbling that, but there's more to that. There's stuff like holding up the ball as well and all this kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. There's all much more to technical ability than just how you dribble a ball. In my opinion, when it comes to Saka anyways, yeah, the guy could play left back. The guy could probably play right back. He could probably play centre mid. He could play left wing, right wing. He could probably play false 9 as well. He could probably play attacking mid. But I'm just saying that anyways. It's not the point.
He spawned.
Wow, he spawned for the last 5 minutes.
Hey, bro.
Your mic's off.
Hold on.
He heard Palmer and thought, I need to come in here.
Yeah, Cold Palmer couldn't deliver versus Middlesbrough though.
Is he in better form?
Not really.
Yes or no?
It's not easy. It's not hard to say yes because a lot of people are in better form than Bukayo Saka right now.
That's all I asked. That's all I was saying. I don't think he's.
That's not what I was talking about though.
Yeah, but I'm saying no one. Okay, maybe Don does. Maybe Don thinks he's better, but no one here thinks Palmer's better than Saka. Come on.
Can you hear me?
Come on.
We can't hear you through your mic. Whatever it is, you might need to get your headphone down or whatever it is. What mic are you using?
My mic, bro. My normal mic.
Maybe you might have to turn it up.
Maybe your headphones are plugged in.
Hang on. Give me 2 seconds.
Anyways, how much GA can Palmer actually get this season? If he's on 12 right now, can he get 20?
Just the Prem.
Just the Prem. No, just the Prem. I don't care about all comps. Right now in the Prem, this guy is absolutely sensational. You can't lie. I don't care if he's got 6 penalties. Goal's a goal.
22. I'll be precise. 22.
22. A Mason Mount season.
Yeah. And that's just only another 10. It could be 5 goals, 5 assists. I think he can hit that.
You reckon Chelsea turns it around?
No, they're too inconsistent, man.
Yeah.
They just can't. It's not about their defense. It's not about certain parts of their thing.
Fine,
It's just overall as a team.
Like hit a European place in that. What do you mean by turn around?
Like turn around, yeah. Like as in actually start to move forward. Other than the Middlesbrough blip, they did have like 5 and 7 in their last all comps
Chelsea
and stuff like that.
One game a week, bro, and they still are this bad.
Wait, does 8th get European football?
No. Yes. Wait. Say something, Don.
Yo.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think
Hey,
they finished eighth.
first of all, Cass, yeah, you're coming on here trying
Mm.
to slander Chelsea, talking about Cole
No,
Palmer.
you.
Slander me, bro.
Yes.
I don't know where you was in the summer, because that was common knowledge that Cole Palmer, that City literally said, we're either gonna loan you out. Sorry, we're not gonna loan you out. It's either you stay or you get sold.
No, Don.
It's
You was
either-
talking to us. You was talking to us
Hold
about
on.
the Chelsea project. That's what
Yes.
you was telling us about. The
Yeah,
whole
but bro,
Liverpool versus
I'm
Chelsea
telling you,
thing.
no, I'm telling
It's
you about
still more attractive though.
I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you about the context of what happened with Cole Palmer. Yeah, it was common knowledge that Pep said it's either you get sold, we're not gonna loan you, or you stay. Yeah, he decided that there wasn't any loans or whatever, they weren't gonna loan him out. He didn't want to leave. This is common knowledge, bro. But when he realized that Chelsea came in, he was like, cool, good opportunity, I'll leave. Like, I don't feel no type of way about that.
What's the highest?
They're
he's
like
about-
people of tape, people of live.
Bro, he's City through and through, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Mason Mount
That's true, yeah.
didn't really want to leave Chelsea like that, really. He wanted more money or whatever, but it is where it is. These things happen. Do you get what I'm saying? But for me,
Palmer's
like I've
actually
said-
not City through and through.
like I've said,
City through.
it ain't even a form thing for me. I've been saying it, yeah, from day one, that he's a better footballer than Saka, yeah. And people are gonna try to kill me. People are gonna try to slander me and that. But when you look at them individually as footballers, yeah, who's paying money? You pay money to go see Cole Palmer. You're gonna pay money to go see that robot. I know what I'm paying money to go watch.
That doesn't mean
Jogo Bonito. Jogo Bonito.
Hold on, by the way,
It's not
that's-
aesthetic.
Wait, you're
It's not
calling him
aesthetic
Brazilian?
because the numbers are there as well. The numbers are there to back it up. The numbers are there to back it up.
I'm not saying, bro.
It's not aesthetic.
bro, You just know, but the first point you came.
Yo,
with,
we've had this combo.
Who
I know.
who would you rather pay to see? And just because someone is more aesthetic doesn't mean they're a better footballer. Because obviously,
Nah.
I believe
Point I'm making.
Palmer has certain attributes that Saka doesn't. By the way,
Saka's more mature. He's more seasoned.
But
Saka's just got more a bigger sample size.
But guess what? Fabio Carvalho is a better footballer than Harvey Elliott. But I know who I'm taking.
All right, listen.
I
Let
know who I'm
me tell you
taking.
something, Mons. Yeah, just go check the heat map between Cole Palmer and Saka, and you see who gets involved in the game over 90 minutes. Yeah, go use your eyes and see who's the better footballer. That's what I'm gonna say about that one. Bro.
Bro, no, wait, one sec.
I'm gonna say about that one, bro.
No. You know what? I will defend Arsenal here, only because only based off tactical reasons. That's Cole Palmer's job, is to be influential on the pitch, to do that role that he's been permitted to. Because Chelsea,
Chelsea fans tell you to relax.
Can you see Saka doing that? Can you see Saka playing the exact same role that Cole Palmer does in the 10? You see him doing that role, the way he does it.
Palmer's more of a 10, yeah. Of course, he's more of a 10, but I'm just trying to say Palmer can't do things Saka can do, yeah. And same way Saka can't do things Palmer can do. But Saka's role is completely different to Palmer's one. So that's just dumb. This is dumb.
So what? So basically, we can't compare them then, is what you're saying?
No,
You say we can't compare them.
No, they should not be compared whatsoever. They're two different players.
I think he's deflecting away from the whole article in itself.
I'm not deflecting.
The reason why Cole Palmer did this come out from Cole Palmer or did this come out from Man City? That's what I want to know. Because did he say
Cole Palmer
himself?
said it himself in the interview. He said himself that he wanted to go out on loan. He didn't want to leave Man City. They said to him, "You can't leave on loan. It's either you stay or we sell you." Chelsea came in. He said, "Good opportunity. I'm leaving." And obviously, he knows Joe Shields, who was working at Man City before. That was the connection there. Do you get it? So I don't feel no type of way like I didn't want to leave City. I should cry about it. I'm not gonna cry about it. He wanted to stay at Man City. Fair enough.
Like Lavia as well, innit?
Fair enough.
He didn't want to stay. Yeah, like Lavia. Joe Shields brought Lavia as well. So
the whole Saka versus Palmer thing, if you want to do it before I wrap it up anyway, because you did come bare late. Not your fault, obviously. Priorities, isn't it? Who's having a better season?
Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer, because he has no expectations.
Why are you trying to move the goalposts? What do you mean?
That's the reality.
Crazy.
No, that's the reality. Let's keep it.
Here it is. Here my man.
Let's keep the facts 100. Let's keep the facts 100. Cole Palmer gets 10 goals, 10 assists. We're saying it's an amazing season, best season of his career. Arsenal, Bukayo Saka gets 10 goals, 10 assists. People are saying he's dog shit. So
wait, no, don't.
What does he do in the rest of the game?
No,
What does he do in the rest of the game?
No, because you man was shaking. Yeah, hold on. You Arsenal fans were shaking.
no, it's the facts. The facts are the facts. I gave you the facts.
I'll tell you
want to hear it.
I'll tell you what's a fact. Last season, when Saka got 10 and 10, when he got double digits in goals and assists, you man was shaking Nyash like it was the newest thing.
Because it was his what? Was it his first season getting 20 plus GA?
Yes,
Cole Palmer. This is going to be his first season getting 10 plus GA in the league. So let him enjoy himself. I'm not the guy. I'm just saying, as an organization, have no expectations. Anything you do is a good job. pat on the back. You
I say
deserve
there's
it.
no expectations at
That's
Chelsea.
reality.
All right.
You're partly right. Listen, don't worry. I'm on your team on this one. Where I'm saying for me, I'm taking Saka all day long in it. But however, you lot can't do the if he gets double digits GA, you're gonna act like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
No, but you guys do it Mo Salah.
Last summer, you did. Let me finish. When Saka did this last season, you were acting like you've never seen a double haul of goals and assists before. When Jared Bowen has done it twice, he's basically on the way to doing it twice, and he hasn't seen that way.
Jared Bowen's playing as a striker. He's not even playing.
No. Jared
Bowen is playing as a striker this season.
No. When Jared Bowen did it 2 seasons ago, he was not playing as a striker. He played as a right winger.
No, but let's talk about right now. We're talking about now, right?
No. We're not going to talk about.
Why is it so hard to
Yeah,
follow?
you know, Bowen's not played as a number 9 all season.
in-
Only until
in-
Antonio got injured. It's not been from start to finish. Bowen's been playing number 9. It's only been since
right wing. Sorry.
1 second.
It's
Honestly, guys, it's cute. Keep talking about Cole Palmer. He's doing great. Cole Palmer this, Cole Palmer that. He's playing great. But the reality of the situation is Chelsea Football Club, they signed him and he's been performing even above the expectations of what Chelsea fans were thinking. So good for him. He's playing well. He can continue to do this for a year or two. Then we can talk about him as a top talent. But right now, Bukayo Saka has been doing this for 3 years. Bukayo Saka has been doing this for 3 years.
I'm just looking at it. But that's the thing. You see what you've come back to?
Thing is a killjoy. That's the
reality.
I don't want to come back to. I think Cole Palmer is a good player. I think he's been one of Chelsea's most consistent players in their attack, which in an attack that was struggling for 2 years now. But to say Cole Palmer is this, to say Cole Palmer is that, any good player would shine when you're playing with a whole lot of shit. Let's be honest.
Cole Palmer didn't look at a place at Man City either. He didn't look at a place at Man City either. This is why I was bigging him up. And I was happy with signing.
He came from a place with standards.
You know what's so funny? You know why it's easy for me to say this though? Yeah? The first thing that you did, you reverted back to talking about Saka's sample size. And Saka's been doing this for 3 years. That's all you lot can talk about. But the difference for me is, over the years, I've always said Saka's overrated.
Bro,
I've never put Saka in the same platform that you Arsenal fans do. I've never rated him to the same level as you, man. So it's very easy for me to say Cole Palmer's better than him because I've never overrated him. I've always said Saka's a good player. I can see the development, but for me, doesn't get involved in the game over 90 minutes enough. I've said multiple times. You heard what I said, bro. I said he doesn't get involved. Hold on, nigga. I'm not joking around, bro.
Bukayo Saka literally,
doesn't get involved in the game over 90 minutes enough, bro. And when he does,
impacts the whole 90 minutes. We played through the right
over 90
side.
minutes, bro.
Yeah, we literally played through the whole right. We literally played.
I literally watch. Hold on, nigga.
Do the same thing with Mo Salah.
What the difference? Do you know why Salah gets away with it? Do you know why Salah gets away with it though? Do you know why Salah gets away with it?
One at a time. No one can hear.
Not let me finish, yeah. Do you know why Salah gets away with it, yeah? And why there's an exception to the rule with him?
No, because
he doesn't leave
with it. It's
let me land my point. Yeah, he does. The reason why. Hold on. The main thing that we've spoken about with Hazard and Salah over the years, yeah, is that with Hazard over the 90 minutes, yeah, he gets involved in the game a lot more than Salah does, right? Salah can turn up and whatever. That's one of the main things that people speak about in that debate. But the reason why Salah is, people can say comfortably he's world class, is because he doesn't finish seasons with 3 away goals for the whole season. Do you get it? He's consistent, bro. Away, at home, Champions League, every competition, the guy's always there changing games. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Saka, like I said, bro, yeah. Away from the GNA, like I've said multiple times over the years, the guy doesn't do enough. He struggles to beat his man constantly. He struggles to go on the outside. For me, he's not my type of winger. So it's very easy for me to say Cole Palmer's better than him because I've never overrated him. Overrated him.
You're moving mad. You're moving mad.
I'm not moving mad. I just don't rate him as much as you Arsenal fans do. I just don't rate him as much as you Arsenal fans do.
Let me just rewind for a second.
And now Gal doesn't like it.
The World Cup.
It hurts. I know.
Arsenal, for even the Euros. When you look at Bukayo Saka, in every team that he's in, he's one of the key chance creators. He's one of the key dribblers. He's one of the key guys who carries the ball from the midfield to attack. He's one of the key people that teams play through to get to the final third. He is the guy who is linking up with the midfielders and the forward line. He's the guy who's creating the chances. He's the one who, when you're chasing a game, you throw the ball to him to make sure you can create those chances. Every time that we've had a late winner this season, it was off a Bukayo Saka ball into the box. When you look at England, when you look at Arsenal, whenever they need to get an out ball or they need to push the ball higher up the pitch, who do they get it to? Which side of the pitch do they get it to try to create those chances? They don't throw it over to the left. No, they throw it over to the right to Bukayo Saka to connect the ball and to connect the play. Now, because Bukayo Saka was getting GA this season and he was not really, and our team wasn't performing as well in attack, people want to do this whole thing. Oh, he's overrated. Oh, this, oh, that. But the reality of the situation is we're changing the whole definition of impacting the 90 minutes. He's creating the most chances. He has one of the most touches over the whole forward line. He's literally the pass before the pass sometimes. And we're talking about he doesn't impact the game. What are we doing? Stop it.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you,
we don't care.
I didn't do that, by the way. That was Monster. But what's it called? Yeah,
bro, I'm not even logged in, so how can that have been me?
I can't issue her. But what's it called?
We're doing agendas. That's the reality.
We're not doing agendas. We're really not. You guys just overrated the guy.
No.
We can overrate him, but what you're saying is still false.
Wait.
Guys, we gotta end this, man.
That's my opinion.
I'm hungry, but Dom, please don't do this thing where you talk about overrating players when you was doing up props in the summer for pretty much all your team. So, anyways,
name them.
Who's that one that went on loads
Enzo
of Forest?
Fernandez.
Yeah,
I'll name them.
Hey, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Gabriel,
Hold on.
Matson.
Drums. Here's an idea. Don, since you came here last 5 minutes, we're about to go on to Big Six Pants and have the same conversation. A bit more.
Yeah,
just come over and just carry on the conversation. They don't want to come over. I want to have this debate. Egal, you know you have the keys to my channel.
I don't mind the debate in it. My eyes don't lie. The same way you lot are talking about Darwin earlier and that, my eyes do not lie, bro. Yeah, you can tell me about and all of these things. For me,
we're not watching the same game then.
Anyways,
I agree with you, Don.
Let me wrap this up. What's there to say? He says he's better than Erdegaard. Talk about Palmer. And then Solomon, big up yourself as well. Big up the panel. Great show. Look, at the end of the day, if we're all being real with ourselves, if you want to do this debate, let's just end it like on this channel. Yeah. Everyone's picking Bukayo Saka to be in a team over Cole Palmer. Let's be real. Yeah. All right. It's done.
Not me.
Let's Roms, stop sucking, stop
Don,
it.
how about I say this for time? This ain't no recency.
The same thing, bro.
Stop it right there. We're going to go over to Big Six Pants because I need to eat. Big up Agal, though. Make sure you check out Agal Football. Agal is going live at 2:00, but right now we're going over to Monster's channel. This shall continue. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much.
Love.